Activision is really going in with Call of Duty Black Ops, and it's actually looking really good. Now, I've already spoke mostly about this. I've spoke a lot about the new up-and-coming Call of Duty, but I do this every year, and it's my tradition to do about 20,000 talks about it, and my opinions. Things change, new things. So, what's new with Call of Duty? Well, prestige things. There's new prestige emblems that are brought out. I think these are representing different Call of Duties over the years, which is actually cool. I hope, again, we're probably going to see a lot of remakes from other maps of other Call of Duties and stuff like that. Now, I don't really have a problem with that. I know a lot of people get bored of remakes, and yeah, I don't want the game to fill up with remakes. I feel like that's what Modern Warfare 3 was trying to do. A lot of the stuff was either just remakes of previous maps in Call of Duty. And while I don't really have a problem with that, I'm just like, can we move on to something new now? Can we add some fresh maps? And they have. They've added some fresh maps to Modern Warfare 3, which is good. But they've got the new prestige things. You can actually have prestige skins. Now, from what looks to be, there's a Russian skin from I think that's a Cold War skin, is it? I think that's a Cold War skin. That looks to be a Black Ops style. I think that's a Reaper or something like that. I can't remember. We have what looks to be World at War skin, Menendez, and I can't really tell. I'm guessing that's a Black Ops 1 skin. It maybe Mason, maybe, or something like that. I don't exactly know. It looks like it could be Mason. So these are going to be, I guess, skins that you get after prestiging, which is pretty cool. I can't lie. That's something new. I know when you prestiged, you got certain things, but prestiging in an older Call of Duty, it looks like it's going to be like the older Call of Duty's the prestige. I don't know how it worked previously, like in Cold War. I think it was like a season prestige, so it would like reset us. I don't really know. I can't remember. But it wasn't like I'd always look at my rank and it'd always be lower than it was previously. So I'm guessing it reset everything back down. If you hadn't finished a prestige, or if you're halfway through, I can't. It was a very complicated thing, to be honest with you, how it actually worked. Now, I'm happy for this. I'm glad we are getting normal prestige back. It looks like the developers actually want to try and bring back a lot of the stuff that people have been begging for absolutely years. People have been saying, we need a normal prestige. We just want prestige how it used to be. I remember prestige used to be a token of you were the king. You know, you wore that shit with pride, especially on Black Ops 2. You wore that shit with pride until someone would remove it from your account by just cheating. But you wore that shit. That was like, anybody saw that prestige master, they were like, oh shit. Especially if it was a few months after the game came out. And I did see a few, not too many though. But I'm really glad they are paying attention and going back to the old roots with prestige. And they're bringing stuff back. And Black Ops might actually be a good game. Again, they're going in on zombies. Zombies is looking decent. I know Liberty Falls have already had a bit of controversy with everything. There is... there's like, it's Warzone. People use the term Warzone-fied, which is pretty much, they're complaining that the fact it has a mini-map and stuff like that. And yes, it feels a bit like Warzone. Now, I'm glad before you can actually get the option to turn the map and various other things off. The customization in this game with how you want your game to actually look is fucking brilliant. I love this sort of stuff, and thank you, Treyarch, for actually releasing a game with this much customization. You can make the game yours. You don't like something? Boom. That is a brilliant thing that I'm glad they're adding to zombies. I think multiplayer as well. There's all different types of customization you can do as well on console and PC. And that's what I love to see. You can make the game your own. No, I don't know if half of this shit is going to be in previous and next Call of Duties and the next Modern Warfare. Yay! I'm sure we're all happy about that. I'm burnt out from Modern Warfares, to be honest with you. We've had one back to back. I'm surprised they didn't do what they did with the jetpacks and give us another Modern Warfare. I'm bored with that shit, man. I don't know what the next Call... I mean, we shouldn't really be talking about the next Call of Duty, but you know, the Call of Duty tradition, in April time, people start already talking about the new Call of Duty when leaks and soft leaks start coming out and people start going, oh, it's this, it's this. Apparently it's rumoured to be another Black Ops game, which, if it's more zombies, yeah, I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining about that one. So... yeah, it's cool to see that there's prestige things as well. It's more like, I guess, looking back at the history of Call of Duty and representing their games, Treyarch's games, which I really like to see. It's like honouring people. It's like looking back at their work and being like, you know what, this is incredible. And hey, you get to run around a map playing as Menendez. That's pretty badass in my opinion. Or a zombie from World at War. I love that they've paid attention from this. And again, it's something I love. Or a specialist from Black Ops 3. Yeah, you remember them? They were actually pretty fun to use, to be honest with you. I know a lot. But, yeah, this is, again, what I love to see. And you can tell that there is time and effort put into some of these. And these are just 5 that have been teasered. I know you could play, I think, as Menendez in Blackout in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I think you probably could do it in multiplayer. I didn't play an incredible amount of Black Ops 4 multiplayer, to be honest with you. But I do remember you could actually do that in here. Now, a lot of people are saying the emblems have come out. They've leaked, been brought out. The emblems have come out and people are kind of saying these things look like AI. And they do look a little bit AI-y, if that's a word. They do look fairly AI. I don't know. But the Prestige Master is 3 dogs. 1,000 new levels and more rewards are waiting. Let's go. This is kind of what I like. So, 4 more days until Black Ops 6. This is, again, going to be... It's Friday. This Friday, I think, yes. Man, I'm kind of excited. Wow, it's Monday today. Man, time has really flown with this whole thing as well. It wasn't only... It was, like a month ago since we got the beta? I thought there was more time to... I mean, we are getting this Call of Duty a little bit earlier than previous Call of Duties, almost a month early, which is cool, I guess. I like that. They've done Modern Warfare 2019 did the exact same thing. Modern Warfare 3 2023 released in November, so we are getting this one a little bit early, which I'm very happy. Again, no campaign early access. I've already spoke about that, but yeah, that entirely sucks. It looks like they're not going ahead with that. I don't know if they've cancelled that altogether or just Treyarch don't want that shit to be played early. I don't know. It does annoy me a little bit, though, because I'm not going to lie. I kind of like that feature, allowing people to play the campaign early to get maybe they want to get that out the way, or they just want to enjoy it for a little bit and get used to the game. But yeah, it looks like they have not allowed you to play it. I don't know why. Maybe some various problems or this. I mean, this is a pretty political game. Well, saying that, all Call of Duties have some very political stance on them, but this one is going deep into political territory. So, it's maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to clash with the election that's coming up. I don't really know. But I am pretty happy to see we got a job to do. Prestige 10 will require one last sacrifice. Is that Adler? Wait, Adler's a KGB agent? Oh my god, these are a bunch of the emblems. The Nacht Raider, wow. So this is step into the battle with Weaver's Nacht Raider. World War II zombie operator skin inspired by the origins of Call of Duty World at War. So you get, I think these, oh, whoa, wow. That is incredible. So you get a Derice, I think that's a banner or something, or a loading screen thing. You get a Coca-Cola sort of gobblegum thing. A zombie breaking in a what it looks to be an insta-kill skull that you can actually put on your weapon. And what looks to be a Thompson. Wow, this actually looks really well done. So I like where they're going with this. Prestige is back in Call of Duty. It's really back. This is something I like. Wow. You know what? I appreciate Treyarch for doing this. They're kind of appreciating and going back to where they are. And this is kind of what I like Prestige doing, to be honest with you. I like the route it's going. And apparently Ted, the bus driver, will be a Prestige character as well. I hope so. That would be cool. I know a lot of people actually liked him. The guy from Transit who was in the bus, although if you did knife him, he did get pretty annoyed, which I can't really say I'm surprised there. But I really like where they're going with this whole thing. These whole Prestige. We got, Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1, we got a Welcome to Nuketown emblem as well. A sort of Joker emblem. A Black Ops 1 emblem with the Sally on the Mustang and Sally pistols. I like where we're going. This is really interesting. I love and appreciate. It looks like the AS Val is the AS Val going to be in there? I think the AS Val's actually going to be. I don't know if it's going to be at launch, but there is someone actually holding the AS Val there, so I think that is going to be in there. I would be surprised if it's at launch. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that Treyarch has posted on Twitter. This is actually pretty incredible. I love seeing this stuff. This is what I want to see from a Call of Duty. This is what the passion, stuff like this, going back in time to see how good we had it. How good we actually had Call of Duty back then. And I'm glad they are going back and sort of showing appreciation through Prestiges and stuff like that. And again, they brought the Replacer. The Replacer has been doing incredible advertisements. You can definitely tell that Microsoft owns this shit because the amount of advertisement going into this game is unbelievably crazy. This guy Replacer is doing adverts with fucking anyone. YouTubers, you name it. He's everywhere. That is incredible to see, and I'm glad they brought someone back in that's been there for before. I think he was in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4. And that's, again, I am very happy to see that sort of stuff. And I hope to God that's how it is in the future. Hey, get this guy on every Call of Duty. I think he does a really good job. Maybe for only the Call of Duty Black Ops sort of things. So yeah, the Prestige Master camo. It looks like it's like sort of a Black Ops 3 type style thing. As you customize your Prestige, players who reach Prestige Master level 100 will gain ability to customize their weapon via access to legacy Prestige icons from past Call of Duty titles. So you'll be able to use different ones from either World at War to you name it. I don't know if it's just Treyarch Call of Duties or it will be any of them. So apparently the new Call of Duty UI is available now. They've sort of made it, I guess, a bit more cleaner. so you can select game modes and stuff like that. It's unfortunately still sort of the Netflix style, which a lot of people don't really like. In my opinion, I've always had problems. The reason why the games are so bulky now is because of Call of Duty HQ. That thing is fucking huge. It takes up space like crazy. You know, I do absolutely love. You know, I get it. I get why they did Call of Duty HQ. It makes it more simple, makes it more easy, you know, to have all the games grouped together. But again, I don't really see the point of it in the end. You know, oh, well, I can launch one game from this, and they're all clumped together, and this and this. Yeah, but it just means in coming years, if you want to actually play that game, it's probably not going to work, because let's just say they do something or this like that. You know, it's probably not going to work. It's like with the old, Modern Warfare 2019, especially console, there's problems on, but you know, they had data packs and stuff like that. It was different data packs, and you had to install the right data pack, because some data packs didn't actually work, and they messed it completely up. And in fact, that's kind of what ruined the experience for a lot of people. Even apparently the disc wouldn't even work in occasions as well, and they wouldn't even have the tab to show that the multiplayer was there. Now again, I do hope they eventually get rid of this Call of Duty HQ and have Call of Duty actually what it used to be and just be separate. I don't get why it's like this. Do they think it's easier to manage? Because I don't really. You know, you have to go through about 20,000 different things just to do this. But yeah, I am very glad to see this. Black Ops 6 introduces distinguished medals. Distinguished medals are created set of medals that highlight specific kill-based features in each medal category. Each medal category's distinguished medals are clearly displayed at the top of the category. Okay. And a permanent unlock returns in Black Ops 6 with Prestige mode. Yes! Finally. This is what I want to see. Can be used to permanently unlock any level unlock of your choice. Once unlocked, it will never relock when you Prestige. I don't mind that for certain things. Obviously, that's kind of what guns do when you Prestige. It's kind of what people like. They want to have that ability to Prestige and then do all their weapons all again and stuff like this. I think you keep your attachments, if I'm right in saying, or do you have to build your... I think, no. I think if you keep your weapons, you don't have to redo your weapons again, but you have to redo all the attachments, which is a lot of the time why I didn't really Prestige in some games. I think it was Call of Duty World War II, I never Prestiged. I'm just stuck on level as at 55. Because in some cases I was like, oh man, I can't be doing all these attachments again. I'm like, you know, but in Black Ops, I did in Black Ops, was it Black Ops 2? I think I did get to Prestige Master. Yeah, having to redo all your attachments and stuff isn't a fun experience, but, you know, if you want to get to Prestige Master, it's something you have to do. And I guess this permanent unlock applies to that as well. I'm not entirely sure, but that is pretty cool. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 features a mastery camo journey for multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. Each are separate. Okay, this is actually cool. I do like this. So it looks like they're doing their mastery camos. There's a Warzone mastery camo, a Zombies mastery camo, and a multiplayer mastery camo. Okay, this is what I like. Now, I guess the final mastery camo in each mode will give you dynamic elements that change as you fire a weapon for maximum visual impact. Black Ops 6 introduces mastery badges that show your proficiency with different items in the game. Reticle customization returns in Black Ops 6 with reticle challenges to unlock and work through the game. You know, okay, that's kind of what I like. So it looks like you got to get like certain number, get like 250 or get like 10 headshots with this particular thing, and you can get this particular reticle. Okay, that's kind of understandable. Oh, in Black Ops 6, no weapon leveling is required to start earning different weapons. That will probably make grinding for the mastery camo a lot more easier. You know, I remember, was it Modern Warfare 2019? I had a friend with me who really wanted Damascus. No, I think I got like two or three, like 5 or 6 weapons, maybe, gold in that game. I just couldn't go through the pain of doing every single weapon. And you know what? To people who actually have Damascus in that game, absolute massive respect to you, because you must have wasted an ungodly amount of time trying to do that shit. I mean, if you're going for Damascus now, don't bother, obviously. And then they released Obsidian, which I think you have to do extra shit for. So yeah, I like that. That's probably going to make it a lot more smooth, a lot more easier for people to actually do. And again, that is something what I want to see in Call of Duty Black Ops 6, them going down that route and making it a lot more better, because, well, yeah, this is something I want them to do. You know, thank you, Call of Duty. Thank you for actually going out of your way and doing this for us. Apparently, the Wonder Fizz will actually be returning in round 25 rather than just spawning in immediately. Now, the Wonder Fizz has changed quite a lot. It used to be pretty much a mystery box, but for perk machines. But in Cold War, they decided to change that, and, well, now you can actually just buy any perk you want from the machine. Although I think perks in Cold War, they went up 5,000 every time you purchased a new perk. So they weren't actually the original prices as such. So if you bought a, say, Juggernog, the price of any other perk would go up another 500. I think that's how it worked. I assume that's how it worked because I was spending a shit ton on perks then. Maybe my game was glitched, I don't know. But the Wonder Fizz has changed a lot. Now, I do think this will make people rely on perks a lot. I was going to say perk bottles, but of course, I think these are still going to be perk cans, which, to be honest with you, a lot of people aren't so mad about. I don't see that many. I know when Black Ops Cold War came out and they decided they were going to do perk cans instead of perk bottles, the controversy was there. There was a lot of people that just were like, oh man, do we really need this type of stuff? We don't want to see this sort of stuff. So I can understand where they're coming from. But yeah, it looks like from the most of it, it looks like we're getting that. But zombie badges, again, I think you can earn badges as well. I don't know if there's going to be a prestige system for zombies. I think so. I don't know if they're both connected, your multiplayer and your zombies progress. I would presume so because I'm pretty sure your level up. So if you have a weapon in zombies, I'm pretty sure the weapon leveling up is the same as Cold War. So if you level up a weapon in zombies, you will level up a weapon in multiplayer as well, which is, again, a good thing. If you maybe aren't a multiplayer type of person and you play quite a lot of zombies, well, there you go. Your weapon should be upgraded or leveled up pretty easily without any hassle. So you don't need to mess around and, annoy yourself right there with stupidity. But again, that's another thing I'm really appreciative of. You know what? I think this Call of Duty is going to be a good Call of Duty if it carries on where it's going. The advertising is incredible. I like they're going back to their old sort of thing. I think Treyarch is like, you know what? We don't want anything to happen to this Call of Duty. We want it to be good. We want to bring back the old memories and the old school Call of Duties. And you know what? That's a perfect thing. I can't wait for Black Ops 6. It's not even that long away now. We are extremely close. I think it's a few days now away from Call of Duty Black Ops 6's release date. And people are already starting their controversies about this particular thing, although I'm still very much excited. The game is 3 days away from launching, and I want to do a review episode of when the game actually comes out. I give my full opinions on what I actually like about the game, and if you should actually pick up the game for yourself, because I do think this is an absolute steal of a game if it does well. It is obviously going to be on Game Pass day one, so if you are an Xbox Game Pass user, well, there you go. PC Game Pass as well, so you get the best of both worlds if you have PC Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate, which does give you console Game Pass and PC Game Pass. Then you will be able to play this game day one on your Game Pass subscription. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. I want to do a proper review like I do. I've done this with many other Call of Duties, and I want to do this again for Call of Duty, because, again, I do feel like the Call of Duties are getting towards that point now where people are a bit bored of them. They want something new. They want to try something different. And maybe this game might be just different enough for you to actually maybe come back to Call of Duty. Who knows?